Do you remember the last time you wanted to speak? You were in a situation where you needed to say something. Maybe it was a simple greeting. Maybe it was an answer to a question. You heard the English words in your mind. The sentence was perfect in your head. You knew the grammar. You knew the vocabulary. But then a heavy feeling grew in your chest. Your heart started beating faster. Your throat felt tight. You opened your mouth, but the sound did not come out. Or perhaps you mumbled something quietly, hoping no one would hear you. Then the moment passed. The conversation ended, and you were left alone with a terrible feeling of regret. You felt angry with yourself. You thought, "Why can I understand everything, but I cannot speak? Is something wrong with my brain? Will I ever be able to communicate?" I want you to know right now that I see you. I feel that pain. I know that heavy silence. You are not alone in this feeling. Millions of people around the world feel exactly the same way. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are simply stuck in a trap that holds many learners back. Today, we are going to break that trap together. Think about how much English you have consumed in your life. You have watched hundreds of hours of videos. You have listened to songs. You have read articles. When you listen to me right now, you understand nearly every word I am saying. Your listening skills are excellent. Your brain has absorbed so much information. But here is this strange truth. Understanding and speaking are two completely different skills. They happen in different parts of the brain. Understanding is passive. It is like collecting ingredients for a meal. You have a kitchen full of wonderful ingredients. You have the vegetables, the spices, and the recipes. But speaking is the act of cooking. If you never turn on the stove, if you never chop the vegetables, you will never have a meal. You have spent years collecting ingredients, but you have spent very little time cooking. That is why you feel stuck. You are an expert listener, but you are a beginner speaker, and that is okay. It is not a failure. It is just an imbalance. We just need to balance the scale. The biggest enemy you face is not grammar. It is not vocabulary. It is fear. Deep inside, you are afraid of being judged. You have a picture in your mind of how you should sound. You want to sound like a native speaker. You want to have a perfect accent. You want to use complex, fancy words. And because you cannot do that yet, you choose silence. You think that if you cannot speak perfectly, you should not speak at all. This is the perfectionism trap. It tells you that mistakes are bad. It tells you that if you make a grammar error, people will laugh at you. But I want you to look at this logically. When you hear someone speaking your native language with an accent, do you laugh at them? Do you think they are stupid? No. You admire them. You appreciate that they are trying to communicate. You listen to their message, not their grammar. The world is much kinder than you think. Most people are not waiting for you to fail. They are waiting to connect with you. You must change your relationship with mistakes. In school, we were taught that mistakes are bad. If you made a mistake on a test, you got a red mark. You got a lower score. So, your brain learned to fear mistakes. But in language learning, a mistake is not a failure. A mistake is necessary data. A mistake is evidence that you are trying. Every time you stumble, every time you use the wrong verb tense, you are learning. You are stretching your boundaries. Imagine a baby learning to walk. When the baby stands up and falls down, do the parents say, "You are a failure, stop trying"? No. They clap. They cheer. They know that falling is part of the process of walking. You are that baby right now. You must allow yourself to fall. You must be willing to be messy. You must be willing to sound imperfect. If you wait until you are perfect to speak, you will wait forever. The only way to get to fluency is through the messy, uncomfortable path of making mistakes. Let's talk about the physical reality of speaking. Speaking English is not just a mental activity. It is a physical sport. Your mouth is a machine. Your tongue, your lips, your jaw, and your throat are muscles. For your entire life, you have used these muscles to speak your native language. Your muscles know how to move for your mother tongue. But English requires different movements. It requires different tongue positions. It requires different vibrations in the throat. Because you have spent so much time listening and reading, your brain knows what English sounds like, but your mouth muscles do not know how to produce it. It is like watching someone play tennis on television for 10 years. You know the rules of tennis. You know how to swing the racket in theory. But if you step onto the court for the first time, you will miss the ball. Why? Because your arm muscles have not learned the movement. You need muscle memory. This is why you stumble. This is why you stutter. Your brain is sending a signal, but your mouth is too slow to follow. The only way to fix this is through physical training. You need to train your mouth just like you train your body in the gym. This means you must speak out loud, even when no one is there. In fact, speaking alone is the best way to start. When you are alone, the fear of judgment disappears. There is no one to laugh at you. There is no one to correct you. It is just you and your voice. You need to get used to the sound of your own voice speaking English. At first, it will sound strange. You might feel shy, even in an empty room. You might feel silly. That is normal. Do it anyway. Read a book out loud. Narrate your day. Say, "I am walking to the kitchen. I am opening the fridge. I am taking out the water." It sounds simple, but this is powerful training. You are connecting your brain to your mouth. You often feel that you don't have enough vocabulary. You search for a specific, difficult word, and when you can't find it, you freeze. You stop talking. But the truth is, you already have enough words. You have thousands of words in your passive memory. The problem is that you are trying to translate complex thoughts from your native language directly into English. Your native language is rich and nuanced because you have spoken it since birth. You try to express that same complexity in English, and you get stuck. You must learn the art of simplification. If you cannot say elaborate, say explain. If you cannot say exhausted, say very tired. If you cannot find the word for a specific object, describe it. The thing you use to open a bottle. This is not failure. This is communication. Your goal is not to impress people with big words. Your goal is to transfer an idea from your head to their head. Simple English is clear English. Simple English is strong English. Do not be ashamed of using basic words. The most powerful speeches in history were written in simple language. I want you to think about the pressure you put on yourself. You compare yourself to others. You see people on the internet speaking fluently. You see friends who seem to learn faster than you. You look at them and you feel small. You think they have a talent for languages. I do not. This is a lie. Language learning is not about talent. It is about consistency and grit. You do not see the thousands of hours of struggle they went through. You do not see the mistakes they made before they became fluent. You are comparing your behind-the-scenes struggle with their highlight reel. Stop looking at others. This is your journey. It does not matter how fast you go. It does not matter if it takes you 1 year or 10 years. The only thing that matters is that you do not stop. Even a turtle will finish the race if it keeps walking. You must be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. You are doing something difficult. Learning a new language is one of the hardest things a brain can do. Give yourself credit for trying. Let's talk about the silence habit. Over the years, you have built a habit of staying quiet. When someone speaks to you in English, your automatic reaction is to freeze. This is a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken. But you cannot break it with a magic pill. You break it with small actions. You need to start taking micro-risks. A micro-risk is a very small act of bravery. It is saying good morning to a stranger. It is asking how are you to a cashier. It is leaving a voice note for a friend instead of a text message. These small actions seem insignificant, but they are building your confidence. Every time you speak and the world doesn't end, your brain learns that it is safe. Your brain realizes, oh, I spoke, and I am still alive. Nothing bad happened. Slowly, the wall of fear begins to crumble. You do not need to give a speech to a crowd. You just need to say one sentence today, then 2 sentences tomorrow. Confidence is built brick by brick. I know you feel tired. Sometimes you feel like giving up. You study for weeks, and then you have a bad day where you can't remember anything. You feel like you are moving backward. This is called the plateau. It feels like you are not making progress, but you are. When a bamboo tree is planted, it stays under the ground for 5 years. You see nothing above the surface, but under the ground, it is building a massive root system. Then, in the 5th year, it shoots up to the sky in just 6 weeks. You are in the root building phase. You are building the foundation. Do not judge your progress by how you feel today. Feelings are temporary. Trust the process. If you keep showing up, if you keep listening, and if you keep trying to speak, the breakthrough will come. It is inevitable. It has to happen. You just have to stay in the game long enough to see it. Let us go deeper into the practice of shadowing. This is a technique that can change your life. When you watch a video, like this one, do not just listen. Repeat after me. Pause the video and say the sentence out loud. Copy my intonation. Copy my speed. Copy the emotion in my voice. Pretend you are an actor and I am the character you are playing. When you do this, you borrow my fluency. For a moment, you speak perfectly because you are copying the pattern. This teaches your ears and your mouth to work together. It helps with your rhythm. English has a music to it. It goes up and down. It has a beat. When you just read, you miss the music. When you shadow, you learn the music. Do this for just 10 minutes every day. You don't need hours. You need consistency. 10 minutes of speaking every day is better than 5 hours of studying once a week. Your muscles need daily exercise to stay soft and flexible. There is another mental block we need to address: the fear of being boring. You worry that if you speak slowly, or if you use simple words, the other person will get bored. You think you are a burden to them. Listen to me. This is your anxiety talking, not reality. People are generally patient. If you smile, if you are polite, and if you show interest in them, they will be happy to wait for you to find your words. In fact, showing vulnerability connects you to people. When you say, "I am sorry, I am learning English, please give me a moment," most people will smile and help you. They will appreciate your honesty. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is courage. By hiding your struggle, you create distance. By admitting your struggle, you build a bridge. Do not try to look cool. Be real. Be human. The right people will respect you for it. Visualizing your success is also important. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a version of yourself in the future. Maybe it is 1 year from now. Imagine yourself sitting in a cafe with a group of friends from different countries. Everyone is speaking English. Now, look at yourself in that picture. You are leaning forward. You are smiling. You are telling a story. You are not thinking about grammar rules. You are not translating in your head. The words are just flowing out of you like water. You feel light. You feel free. You feel proud. This version of you exists. This future is waiting for you. It is not a fantasy. It is a destination. Every time you practice, every time you stumble and get back up, you are walking toward that version of yourself. Keep that image clear in your mind. When the fear comes, when the doubt comes, remember that cafe. Remember that feeling of freedom. It is worth the struggle. You might say, "But I have no one to speak to." This is a common excuse. But in today's world, it is not true. You have the internet, but more importantly, you have yourself. I cannot stress this enough. Self-talk is the bridge to fluency. Narrate your life. When you are in the shower, have a debate with yourself. Discuss a movie you watched. If you have a pet, talk to your pet in English. Your dog or cat will not judge your grammar. They will just listen. The goal is to make English a part of your daily existence, not just a subject you study in a book. English should not be something you do for 1 hour. It should be the air you breathe. Change your phone language to English. Write your grocery list in English. Write your daily journal in English. Surround yourself with the language until it feels natural, until it feels like home. Let's talk about the dip. In every learner's journey, there is a moment where the excitement fades. When you started, everything was new and fun. Now, it feels like work. It feels hard. You might feel like you are getting worse. You understand less than you thought. This is the moment where most people quit. They say, "I'm just not good at this," and they walk away. But you are not going to quit. You are going to recognize that this dip is the sign of growth. When you lift heavy weights, your muscles tear. It hurts. But that pain is the sign that the muscle is growing. The confusion you feel is your brain stretching. The frustration is the growing pain of intelligence. Embrace the confusion. Embrace the difficulty. Say to yourself, "This is hard, and that means I am learning." If it were easy, everyone would be fluent. The difficulty is the price of admission to a new life. You have a voice that deserves to be heard. Your thoughts, your experiences, your stories, they are unique to you. When you stay silent because of fear, you are robbing the world of your perspective. You are hiding your light. Do not let a language barrier define your worth. You are intelligent and capable in your native language. You are the same person in English. You just have a different tool. Do not let the tool control you. You control the tool. Even if you speak with broken grammar, your heart can still communicate. Your eyes can speak. Your smile can speak. Communication is 20% words and 80% connection. Focus on the connection. Look people in the eye, smile. Use your hands. Show them that you want to talk. Your energy speaks louder than your vocabulary. I want to remind you of how far you have already come. Think back to when you first started learning English. Think about how strange the sounds were. Think about how you couldn't understand a single sentence. Look at you now. You are understanding a long, deep speech in English. You have climbed a mountain to get here. Do not look at the peak of the mountain and feel sad that you are not there yet. Turn around and look at the valley below. Look at how high you have climbed. Celebrate your progress. Be proud of your dedication. Most people give up. You are still here. You are still listening. That shows a strength of character that will lead you to success. You have the heart of a learner. You have the spirit of a warrior. You just need to believe in it. So, what are we going to do today? We are not going to worry about next year. We are not going to worry about being perfect. We are going to focus on today. Today, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Promise that you will open your mouth. Promise that you will speak for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter if it is grammatically correct. Just let the sound out. Break the silence. Shatter the glass wall that surrounds you. Speak to your mirror. Speak to your phone. Record your voice and delete it if you want. But speak. Prove to your brain that you can do it. Action kills fear. Thinking creates fear, but action kills it. The moment you start speaking, the fear begins to shrink. You are building a new identity. You are no longer a student who studies English. You are an English speaker. Say that to yourself. I am an English speaker. Even if you only know 10 words, if you speak them, you are a speaker. Wear that identity with pride. Walk with your head high. When you make a mistake, laugh. Laughing at your mistakes releases the tension. It shows confidence. It shows that you do not take yourself too seriously. Be playful. Language is a game. Play with it. Toss words around. Sometimes you drop the ball. Pick it up and throw it again. Have fun with the sounds. Enjoy the feeling of the words in your mouth. If you lose the joy, you lose the motivation. Find the fun again. As we come to the end of this message, I want you to take a deep breath. Breathe in confidence. Breathe out fear. Feel your body relax. You are ready. You are prepared. You have everything you need right now to start speaking. Do not wait for a certificate. Do not wait for a teacher's permission. Give yourself permission. You are the captain of this ship. Steer it out of the harbor and into the open ocean. The water might be rough, but you will learn to sail. And one day, you will look back at this moment, the moment you decided to stop being afraid, and you will be so thankful. You will realize that the fear was just a shadow, but your voice is real. I believe in you. I truly do. I know you can do this. The world is waiting to hear what you have to say. Don't keep us waiting any longer. Your voice matters. Your story matters. You are ready. Now, go out there, open your mouth, and let your voice be heard. Keep practicing, keep fighting, and never, ever give up on yourself. Welcome to the club of brave speakers. We are all here with you. Let's speak.